Hello everyone, it's TheLetterTen, and I'm back today with another small indie game review. It's very small release. The developers of this game, Zero Fun Games, they reached out to me on Twitter, asked me if I want to check it out. I said sure. There's not a whole lot in the options for graphical or sound, but you can play with a gamepad. I played with keyboard and mouse. The game is $9.99 on Steam, came out July 31st, 2019. And while I don't really know anything about Bulgarian culture or that region, this game really seems to be in that whole fairy tale storybook type of theme where you play a Copperbell, I guess he's a bell, and you get the clapper which rings the inside of the bell. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but it is beautifully hand-drawn. The music is amazing. The game is very short. There were some complaints on Steam of how easy you can beat it. My second playthrough, I think I beat it under 20 minutes, but I'm sure you can do faster. But the first time, it took me about 3 hours because I kept going for achievements, trying to kill things in the area. But it is a basic adventure slash platformer game with some action. We're gonna go down into the cave here and actually get our clapper, which is our weapon, which is the thing that rings inside the bell. Now, my only complaint about the game is this jumping sound. It got on my nerves, but that's not like a detriment to the game, and I'm sure you can adjust the volume. But as you'll see here, you have some enemies, you've got obstacles. The platforming is really fun. It is rudimentary, you know, very simple, but it works. I mean, you don't need to have something super complicated, crazy jumps and stuff like that. You start off with the ability to jump once, and you can later upgrade your item and such. And here's actually the first boss battle where you're just killing these worms. They kind of look like larvae of like, what's it called? June bugs here in the United States. I don't know what they're supposed to represent in the game exactly, but that's what they remind me of. And the animations are beautiful too. And as I said before, the game is a little bit short, but it is a great experience. And this game probably could be for all ages because it is simple, but again, and I hate to repeat myself, it definitely works. You do have a little forest there you can go to, a rotting log. This is actually a hammer bell where you can upgrade your stuff. You can upgrade your health, attack speed, walking speed. Of course, if not doing any of that stuff, you get an achievement for clearing the game. But for new players, I strongly recommend going through the experience, try to upgrade everything you can. You got the woodsman or lumberjack, and he gives you some clues. And the rotting log is the first in-depth area, or the rotting forest, not 100% sure what it's called. You can also hit containers, get gold pieces for the upgrades. There are maps which are very useful. It doesn't feel like the maps were like really super thought out, but for this game of this scale, you don't really need so. And of course, here's our double jump, the springs, which is an invaluable tool. I recommend getting that as soon as possible because it not only makes getting to higher areas, it also makes it easier to avoid enemy attacks or enemies altogether. You do want to have it, obviously, because you can't actually go through the game without it. Now, this is the caves, which is the longest area in the game, my absolute favorite. Lots of puzzles, and you will have to collect different parts of the map, and each part will unveil something else or reveal other parts of the map. The enemies are tougher in here. You get these bats that will home on you, these enemies who throw their bones, you got the spiders. And eventually you'll come to some hazards like the spikes that fall on you, spikes you can jump in, rolling giant dead spiders or something. I'm not 100% sure what to describe them as. Plus, you get the life items. And this is the first puzzle that you typically run in here, and it's very simple. You just gotta make sure you do things in the right order. If you don't, you have to restart, blah, blah, blah. And each puzzle's not required, but it does basically open up shortcuts to that main puzzle room. And then, of course, you want to eventually release the door on the boss. But here's those giant spider things I was talking about. They're really cool. They do damage. I said do. I love that. And you can get an achievement, actually, if you die by one of them. It's weird. But I fully recommend trying to explore everything, because you will get more money, make it easier to upgrade, get achievements if you explore everything. And then the boss. This boss battle is probably my favorite, because it's not traditional. You just have to find their weak points, which I guess are their eggs, and then the mother spider, I guess, will come out and try to attack you, shoot you, and stuff like that. I spent so much, I think I might have spent too much time in the cave trying to get different achievements. It's really fun. And whoever the artists are, fantastic job, 100%. And then we got the Bell Dungeon, where you have, once you kill the spider, you can go to the final dungeon. It's very short, these enemies. You got these little jump pad things that are like purple flowers. And then you've got the final boss, which is this amalgam of like a skeleton horned bull beast. The first time I got to him, I died like 6 or 7 times, because these platforms do disappear. And he'll do things like he'll cause the walls to come in, fire or brimstone from the bottom. Obviously, you do more damage if you hit him in the head versus at the feet, which I made that mistake of going for the feet at the very beginning. But it's a great game. I recommend it. It is on Steam. There is a demo available as well if you want to try that first. But yeah, it's $10. Go ahead and get it. And I love reviewing small games. And my segue is, I do have a Steam curator group. I will put a link in the description where you can see all my reviews, video, and just games I don't even put out a video for. But yeah, I absolutely love this game. But I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Feel free to leave a comment. If you're an indie developer, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter or in YouTube or Twitch or my Mixer, Facebook, all that stuff. But again, thank you so much. I loved reviewing the game, and I cannot wait till the next review. Have a wonderful day.